we start to see some colds and flus and viruses and allergies, but we also look forward to changes and we want to feel our very best. And I know Richard and I are so grateful that we have these concentrated whole foods, this line to support us through this season so that we can really feel our best no matter where we are. So tonight you'll be hearing some great personal testimonies of prevention, recovery, and resilience. And I just want to remind everyone, as Dr. Dees always says, we need to bank on nutrition for the future. So now we hope everyone has already started for the fall, but if you haven't, or you need to increase your Sunrider product just to be able to have those fall nutrients to support. So please start that today. So I want to just begin by saying how much Richard and I really trust this company and these products because of years of personal experience and the knowledge and expertise of the founder, Dr. Casey Chen. And if you are new to this call, you may not know the amazing background of how this company started. So I just want to share just a little bit of the history. So for those of you who may not know, Dr. Chen was actually a sickly child. And he was brought back to health by his grandfather, who fed him plants and herbs based on thousands of years of research and on old manuscripts, which he made into a shake for Dr. Chen to drink. Now, he might not have liked how that tasted back then, but he did do that because he really did want to bring health back into his life. So that recipe that his grandfather made for him actually became Sunrider's amazing formula and foundational product called New Plus. And that was the original New Plus. Now we do have some other flavors as well, and you'll hear a little bit about that tonight. So when Richard and I chose Sunrider to support our personal wellness journey, this about 30 years ago, we were so impressed with the products and the company because they were and still are so different from everything else on the market. And I just want to share with you, anyone that might be on your website, the Sunrider website, there is a tab that I will be reading from, and it says Herbal Science. So under that tab, if you were to click on, it says the art of herbal science. And this is what Sunrider says. Our scientists elevate herbal science to an art form by hand selecting raw herbs, then expertly extracting and concentrating only their most beneficial nutrients, so your body can receive exceptional health benefits without having to eat an abundance of certain foods. Unlike juicing or oils, which isolate ingredients and strip healthy aspects from plants, Sunrider products provide a new level of nourishment that's as close to nature as you can get. And I know when Dr. Dees talks about that, she always refers to carrots and how we know how carrots are so healthy for us. But we could not really eat like 10 carrots at one sitting because too much bulk in there. But what Sunrider does is they concentrate like 7 to 10 carrots down to 1. And this goes for any particular formula they have. And they take the nutrients from all of the carrots without the bulk and spray dry it on this one carrot. So we are getting tremendous nutrition, but without all the extra bulk that we don't need. And what Sunrider says here is that the innovative formulas and precise manufacturing set Sunrider above and apart. It takes an incredible 10 kilograms of raw herbs to get 1 kilogram of ingredients that meet our proprietary standards. And it says our best-selling winery, which we will also mention tonight, contains more than 50 herbs alone. So Sunrider is really about innovation at every step. Extracting standards and equally precise manufacturing sets Sunrider above and apart. Our owners are medical doctors, organic chemists, and expert herbalists who oversee the research, formulation, and production of every product without exception. We own 6 innovative facilities worldwide, including more than 1 million square feet of plant space and chemistry and microbiology labs in Los Angeles. Now, a lot of you know, and we're pretty excited that they're also moving the plant to Texas, where they're going to have a lot more space and be able to do many more innovations. So we're looking forward to that. It's one of the things we really love about Sunrider is that they really do have a growth mindset. They are always looking to see how they can grow. They have a huge vision for the company and for all of us who are using these products on a daily basis. We use only the most advanced pharmaceutical grade machinery and control every aspect of manufacturing. Not a single production step is outsourced. It's how we personally ensure the potency, purity, integrity, and safety of every Sunrider product. Our state-of-the-art manufacturing plant exceeds the good manufacturing practices set by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. And remember, it says it exceeds the good manufacturing practices and is certified by the NSF, the international and accredited independent certification body that tests and certifies products and facilities to verify they meet stringent public health and safety standards, from extensive equipment testing to material analysis. Every aspect of the product development is thoroughly evaluated before it can earn that NSF certification. So I know this was something that was really important to Richard and I am sure important to all of you on this call as well. Can we trust the products? Are they safe? Are the people who are in charge of this whole company, do they care about that? And they absolutely do. And this company is really based on a family, the Chen family, and everything that they do starts from the family. So we know that they care about us as they look at all of us as our Sunrider family. So now I'm going to just move on to some of the products that we're going to talk about tonight. We know when we think about fall, a lot of people have allergies. So what is an allergy anyway? So an allergy is an immune reaction when your body mistakes a harmless substance like pollen for a harmful one. The body releases a substance called histamine, which can cause a runny nose, sneezing, watery eyes, itching, hives, wheezing, when it's released into the body. And Richard will be sharing his story regarding allergies in just a minute. I mean, his story is pretty amazing. In some cases, reactions can occur in several places throughout the body. Fall allergies are common. Approximately 50 million people in the U.S., nearly 1 in 5 have allergies. An estimated 13 million Americans suffer from hay fever, primarily due to ragweed pollen allergy. Ragweed is the most common culprit for triggering fall allergy, and pollen counts for ragweed tends to be highest in mid-September. So, that's about where we're heading right now. And those allergic should check the pollen counts, it says, before planning their day and avoid peak pollen hours. We also see higher levels of mold spores in the fall, and as leaves begin to fall later in the season, they can compost, keeping outdoor mold levels higher. So how are we going to minimize, our contact with these triggers and reduce symptoms? And we know there's a lot of things you can do to avoid being around the allergens. But what else can we do to really build our body so that perhaps we don't have to suffer as much as we thought we did? And Richard is going to share some of the foundational products now for overall health and balance that helped him get amazing results for what he thought really would be a lifelong time of allergy. So, Richard, why don't you start to share what you did? I think he has an incredible story.
I'd be happy to do that. Thank you very much. Yeah, when I was growing up in New Jersey, which is my opinion is the pollen ragweed capital, it was very very hard for me because I virtually couldn't leave my house. I mean, it was horrible. My eyes would puff up, my throat would close up, I would be sneezing. I was just miserable. In fact, one year, it was right around this time, we were driving down to Trenton to my grandparents' house for the holidays, and my father stopped for gas right across the street from a big field of goldenrod and all this other things. I had such an allergic reaction, we actually had to turn around and go home, and we missed the holiday dinner. As I grew older, I moved up to Massachusetts. I met Marlene, and her father had allergies and used to go to an allergist, which I never went to as a child, but I figured sounds good to me. And I was on all kinds of medication. I got allergy shots. I was on prednisone. I was on over-the-counter. I had ointment for my eyes. All of these, all at the same time, and I still had allergies. Marlene would say, "Oh, I hear the lawnmowers going in the neighborhood. You better get inside because they were cutting the grass." And I just simply couldn't be out and around. So when Marlene mentioned about ways to avoid it, to me, isolation wasn't the answer. When we got introduced to Sunrider and we started learning about balance and NDC, that's what piqued my interest. And when we got started, I used to take Nuplus and Quinery and drink the Cali, and that's our NDC. So let me get into a little detail. I'm going to start with the Nuplus, and I'm going to read right from the fact sheet. And it says, "Go beyond spinach and kale with our highly concentrated powerhouse powder. Nuplus fills your nutritional gaps with essential micronutrients, vitamins, prebiotics, amino acids, omega-3s, bioflavonoids, and antioxidants. It's naturally delicious without added fats, sweeteners, or sugars, and absolutely no sugar crash." And then it tells you, goes into how you can use it. And the thing that I liked about it was, I liked it. It was simple. I simply mixed it up. Sometimes I put it in a shake. Sometimes I just stirred it in a glass of Fortune Delight. And it provided me with the nutrients in a concentrated form to help with balancing and nourishing my body. Some of the ingredients in Nuplus are Chinese yam energize and address your body's organs. Foxnut, which is provides protein and fiber and antioxidants and helps prevent free radicals. The lotus root also has fiber, and it's an optimal blend of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and it slows digestion so that you feel full. So when I would take Nuplus, in fact, I just had a Nuplus for dinner because I was out power washing my driveway for about 5 hours. So it's a great meal replacement, and it has soy protein, and this provides fuel, and it has all 9 essential amino acids, omega-3s, and isoflavonoids. It comes in naturally plain, mixed berry, my favorite, which is peanut banana, apple cinnamon, simply herbs, and original. It's an amazing product, and like I said, it fills the gaps. So you can eat this as a meal replacement, as a snack, or just for energy as a quick pick-me-up during the day. So that was the Nuplus. Now we go to the Quinery. Quinery is designed to nourish all of the 5 major systems in the body. they do this, as Marlene mentioned, with a combination of over 50 individual herbs, because there are technically 5 different formulas within the quinine. And one product is alpha 20C, which nourishes the immune system, Conco, which is the respiratory system, Assimilate for digestive, Lifestream is circulation, and Primegan, which is the endocrine system. And what's unique about this product, besides the fact that it's a whole food concentrate, is that it nourishes the whole body in a way that the body can determine what it needs and where to send the nutrients. So like Marlene had mentioned carrots, people say, oh, well, I eat carrots for my eyes, all right? Or I eat oranges for vitamin C. But there's more to a whole orange than simply vitamin C. And it's the same with quinine. Now, if I had an allergy, I don't want to say attack, but experience, I might take some extra Conco and Primegan, because all of those are also sold individually. So we keep all of those on hand as well, just as like a little boost. So when I would go to my sister-in-law's and we'd be outside, I might come home and say, gee, my eyes are starting to itch. I would take some Conco and some Primegan, and it would go away. Well, today I'm very happy to report I have no more allergies. I can travel through New Jersey. I can cut my lawn. I can be outside. I don't take any medication at all for allergies. And to me, it's all about quality of life. Being able to go out and play ball or ride my bike or work around the yard. It's all about nourishing the body with the right combination of the proper foods to help the body by supporting, not forcing anything on the body, but supporting the body's own healing processes. And that's what it's done. My body has done all the work, and it was simply fueled by the Sunrider product. And I have to say that, to me, the key to all of this was the consistency. Because if you're not going to do this on a regular basis, you're not going to get the results that I think you're looking for. It's like anything else. You can't exercise once a week or twice a month and wonder why you're not getting back in shape. So it's all about consistency and having the right products to nourish the body so the body can do the work. And the other product was Cali. And those are the 3 products that came in that original pack when we started. And the Cali flushes out toxins from the body. And I like the cinnamon flavor. And I used to drink it hot when I was up north in the winter, and down here I like it cold. So Marlene would make actually a 2-cup of Cali and put it in the refrigerator, and I would have that every evening with dinner. So I'm getting the nourish and the cleanse, which creates or helps the body create balance. And I think Karen is going to talk a little bit more about Cali. But for me, to help flush out the, all of the toxins from allergy season, it was amazing, that combination. And it didn't happen overnight because it's a building process, so to speak. And no, it's not a quick fix, but it worked, and I'm happy to report I'm allergy-free. And if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Okie dokie.
Richard, why don't you tell them also how many times a day you would do it, and as you said, the consistency, of course. And was there any different ways that you put them together, those products?
Well, I used to do it twice a day, and I like mixing it in a shake. And what I would do is I would add fruit, and I would add Fortune Delight into the shake. That would be my base liquid. I would also put in the Sunny Dew or the stevia to enhance the flavor and give a little bit of sweetness to it. To me, that's my basis. Even today, I have 2 new pluses every day. I have one for breakfast, I have one for lunch, and then I have a sensible meal for dinner. And that's just my lifestyle. And I find that I have a great energy level and stamina. And again, like I said, back to the allergies, I can go out and do whatever I want any time of year. I don't have to worry about it. I don't know what I would do without Sunrider in my life at this point.
Yeah, it made a huge difference, and I saw that change in you. And what I also noticed is during the certain seasons when the allergies were high, you actually increased those products. So you might have gone up to 3 times a day or 4 times a day when the season was coming in, that you knew what might be coming. And I remember that change that you almost didn't even notice it. And then all of a sudden, the lawnmowers were out there and you were not getting any reaction. And I just wanted to tell everyone else, Rich remembers this, when we first started with the product, I don't know that he was actually looking to get that kind of a result with allergies, because as I said earlier, most people think this is just the way I am, and that's the way my body is, and I will have to take care of it in different ways, whether it's medication or avoiding things. And so Richard, I think, was as surprised as anyone that all of a sudden he did not need to have any of those medications anymore, or that he didn't have to avoid life and doing the things that he enjoyed doing, which one of his favorite things is mowing the lawn, and he couldn't do that before. So it's really, I've seen such a change in him that's been very exciting to watch. So anyone else have anything else? Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, but again, we've been in Florida now for 25 years or so. So to me now it's a twice a day type of a basic routine, because I just don't have the allergies. So I don't think about like how I used to take it when we lived up north and how much I suffered then. It's like, oh yeah, I had allergies. I forgot how miserable I was at the time. But every now and then, like I said, if I was at your sister's and I got it, and I had early on, because now nothing bothers me, I would just take the extra Tonko and Prime again, separately on the capsule, that helped just boost those 2 systems. And that seemed to help a lot.
Richard, I have a question for you. How long did it take before you realized, I heard Marlene say that she realized it, I think maybe before you, but how long did it take when you realized that you were not bothered by your allergy?
It was probably I don't know, Marlene, like about a year or so.
Yeah, I was probably about a year for it to really see that difference. But then again, it's because it took a year to get to that season again for us to see that he was okay. So, because it mainly affected him during that fall season with the ragweed.
Yeah, but again, each person is going to respond differently, like in anything else. It just depends on how severe. My allergies were really bad. I mean, really bad. And Like now, nothing. It's funny because even down here, they go, well, you know, it's allergy season, high pollen count, and I'm out riding my bike or cutting my grass with absolutely no reaction whatsoever. So,
Does that
but
answer your
again,
question?
I'm still being consistent with the product. Yes. Mark, did I hear you? Did you have a question? Okay.
Hi, it's Lonnie. Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I just wanted to comment that I agree completely with Richard. My husband had allergies. It was interesting. He really didn't have, we lived in Florida. He didn't have allergies in Florida, but whenever we would go, we loved hiking in mountains. So you would have fields of wild flowers. And at first I thought my husband had a cold. I didn't really understand the allergies. I don't have allergies. But you don't even notice when you, we started with Sunrider products for convenience. We had a very busy life, and it takes 1 minute and 30 seconds from fixing your plastic receipt. So, yes. But all of a sudden we went back to Washington. We went hiking, and we were like sitting in lunches by big, lots of flowers in big baskets in Seattle, and no allergies whatsoever. So it can actually take you by surprise. You might actually like the other person. I was the other person who had to tell my husband, guess what? We deal with flowers all day and you don't have any symptoms. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for sharing that so much. That and like we're saying, if you're consistent with it, and it depends on each person's body and how bad and how many you're doing a day, that will affect the when actually you'll start to see results.
Absolutely true, because the thing is, it just says you have to fill in the nutritional gaps. So if you filled in the nutritional gaps on Monday, then you didn't do anything for the rest of the week. Well, the body runs out of energy.
Exactly. And that's why we've been consistent ever since. Richard really had that amazing experience and has shared that with so many people that he will, like you said, never be without it. Because he really saw that balance happening in his body right before his eyes. So thank you so much for sharing, everyone. If no one else has any other questions, I'd like to move on to another seasonal thing besides allergies. We start to see some colds and flus and viruses also. In addition to whatever else is going on in the world today, we still get those kinds of things every fall. And I'd like to bring on Karen Emerson, who is a dear friend of ours, and I want her to share her experiences and what she does for a living and how she uses one of her favorite products. And her name is Karen. Hi, sweetie.
Okay. I'm down here in Boca. I'm a registered nurse. I work intensive care. I started using Sunrider about 2005. I had met Richard in the driver's license place, and we started talking about age, and I couldn't believe that he was as old as he said he was, and they got me interested in the product. And so I've been taking Sunrider since 2005. My big thing, and everybody laughs at me, is Cali. A bunch of my nurse coworkers call it the miracle tea. It helps to cleanse the liver, gives all the nutrients that the body needs to do its job to help flush the toxins out of your system. It doesn't do it on its own. It makes your body the way it's supposed to be. Gives you a baseline and keeps you going. When we get sick, everybody at work comes up, it's like, do you have your tea? Do you have your tea? And they say I have my own medicine box, and it's all Sunrider in my back at work. One bag makes 2 cups, 2 American cups or 4 English cups. And you have the mint, the cinnamon, the regular, and the night Cali. The night Cali helps to relax your muscles and just de-stress you, and so you can relax. And some people use it to go to sleep. I swear by it. It's like anybody starts coughing or doing anything or whatever, I just hand them a bag of Cali. And the other day, one of our nurses came in coughing and hacking, and then I woke up the next day with just a little bit of a sore throat, and right away I went to my Cali, made my pitcher, drank it for the whole day, and by the end of the day, I was fine. So I swear by it. And that's it.
You're amazing. You're amazing. And it's true. When she's at work, she's always telling me, everyone's coming over. They want my magic tea. And I agree with you. I swear by it too. That Cali is amazing. And so for this season, especially, like we said, you're pretty healthy. And sometimes you can just pick up something from someone. And that's why we say that these products are good for prevention. They're good for recovery. And they're good for resilience. And so you drink this tea, plus I know Karen, also does the NBC. She does those products consistently every day. And so you are always thinking about prevention and resilience. And then when you need it for recovery, then you use it that way. So is that right? Is that my understanding?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Does anyone on the call have any questions for Karen? If you do,
It's Maureen. I have a comment.
Sure.
I would just like to say, along with Karen was saying, is that especially when you've been drinking, say, the Cali tea or other products that the body recognizes too when you've been doing Sunrider, but I find that my body will guide me and tell me which product even. There are mornings I wake up and I think, oh, I can't wait to have that cup of Cali tea. And I know my body's been telling me, you need the Cali, something's going on. So I can see why that works so well for all the nurses and all the staff there too. Thanks, Karen.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Maureen. Anybody else? I'm just going to read a little bit too from the fact sheet regarding Cali, and it says Cali protects against free radicals while supporting your body's natural cleansing and digestive processes to ultimately boost the delivery of vital micronutrients. And as we all said, you can have it hot or cold. It can be a replacement for costly tea or colas, and has 0 fat, preservatives, no artificial sweeteners, no caffeine. It's just an overall amazing product. It's also something that any age, and no matter what condition in life you are, this is a really wonderful, safe product and has so many benefits. And so as we're talking today about the fall season, in addition to colds and flus and allergies, sometimes in the change of seasons, and we might be eating a little differently, the digestive processes also can be helped with this product. And I also didn't want to go over or pass over what Karen was saying about the night Cali, because that is a product you can have to help you sleep at night or during the day to help, as she says, the body, the mind, everything relax. And Karen also is a massage therapist. And so I know that she believes in that product, as she said, for relaxing the muscles. And I know that there have been some people who've had some back pain. And Karen, you've recommended that product for that as well, right? Yeah, did I lose you? Oh, yeah. I'm muting. Oh, yes, go ahead. Yeah, just talk about that for just a minute, that for the night Cali.
Well, I've had a lot of people that they're just tight and they can't move around. And after the the Cali, their muscles are nice and relaxed, and they're able to move a lot easier. So, yeah, and a couple of the girls take it up overnight. So when they go home, they take the Cali to get a good morning sleep.
You're right. Karen was, good morning, sleep.
This is Mark Sarah. I would like to say something about the product.
Sure.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
I've been taking the product for just about a month now. And I also, as a massage therapist, specialize in myofascial therapy. I have my own practice for 25 years. But I'm recovering from my third stroke. And I have, through the years, have gone through a lot of different types of homeopathic, natural remedies and such, MT. With the Sunrider, I drink a Cali every morning. I no longer drink coffee. I'm not interested anymore, but the Cali is. I put some Sunny D in it and Sunny Dew. I'm sorry. I'm still learning the names of the product. I'll have a portion of life. But I do the quinary and the New Plus. I do 3 to 4 a day. I've lost 11 pounds as of today. I've been detoxing with the Cali right away. I know what detoxing is all about. I've gone through IV chelations and all sorts of things, and I started getting skin eruptions and all the signs of good detoxing. And I am feeling better. I have had insomnia for quite a number of years. I think more due to the medication that they had me on when I was in a nursing home. But I've been taking a night Cali and the Dees. It relaxes me enough where I get a much better night's sleep. I normally get about 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night. Now I'm getting right around 4 to 6. So it's slowly progressing that much better for me. So I thought that I'd jump in and let you guys know I'm a new guy, but it's working.
Yay! Mark, the new guy, thank you so much for jumping in.
You're very
That's
welcome.
so inspiring. Oh my gosh, truly inspiring. And thank you so much for just having the courage to jump right on the call, because I know so many people are going to benefit from what you're sharing. So thank you
Very good.
again so much. Oh, thank you. So I want to move on. I just want to check, Mary, are you on the call? Mary, were you able to get on the call? Okay, so she might not be been able to get on. So I wanted to share one more hack that Sunrider has, which is pretty amazing. We're talking about for prevention and resilience and recovery. So we have it's called the Immunity and Respiratory Support Pack. And what it says here is pack in powerful prevention. A strong immune system is your #1 defense against viral attacks and sickness. Featuring 4 targeted products, our new pack provides powerful herbal nutrition to support your immune and respiratory systems and overall health. Don't just treat symptoms, proactively protect your health with natural formulas backed by hundreds of years of traditional use. So let me just tell you real quick, what's in this pack? So we have Alpha 20C, which is also in the quinary that Richard spoke about earlier. It is a potent herbal formula that supports your immune system while fueling your body with antioxidants, calcium, and other fortifying nutrients. And then we have the Conco, another one of those products that are in the quinary. And as Richard mentioned earlier, a lot of times we will buy these extra products to have if we need some extra nutrients in a certain system in our body. So the Conco is a super concentrated and nourishing formula that helps bring your respiratory system into balance while supporting milligrams of C, 200% of the recommended daily value. We know how great vitamin C is for our immune system as well. And ours is in a whole food form, remember. Everything's in a whole food, not in isolate. And then also in this pack is the Sunrider vitamin D3. It's fortified with antioxidant powerhouse vitamin E, safflower oil, a plant extract rich in protective polyphenols, and healthy fatty acids that enhance the vitamin D absorption. We've been hearing a lot this year also as for vitamin D as one of those products to really help us to keep our immune system strong. So I just wanted to mention that one because it really is a fantastic pack. Again, it's called the Immunity and Respiratory Pack with those 4 products in it together. And you can also purchase those 4 products individually as well. Does anyone have any questions regarding those particular products and packs? Hello? Did somebody have a question? Oh, hi. Yeah?
Oh, sorry. 2 people talking at the same time?
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. When you asked if I was on the call, I went to take myself off of mute, and instead I hung up.
Well, I'm glad you got back on because, I'm so glad you got back on. Mary, I wanted to introduce Mary. She has been using Sunrider for a really long time, and maybe you could just share how you started. And she is travels a lot for work, and so we've been talking about how these products have really helped her stay healthy while she's traveling. So, Mary, go ahead.
Well, I've been using Sunrider products for probably close to 20 years, and they just mean the world to me because they seem to really help me stay healthy. And I've traveled as an essential worker. I've had to travel throughout the pandemic, and I have yet to catch anything. No cold, no COVID, no nothing. And I really attribute that to the strong immune system that I believe Sunrider has equipped me with. And so I never travel without the Conco, the vitamin D, the citric C, alpha 20C, all those different products that, and I actually usually stay in one place for several weeks. So what I do is I take a week's worth of product with me, and then I actually order before I even leave home. I order, send another order to the hotel that I'll be staying at so that I never run out of my product. So that's what I've been doing now for almost 20 years, I guess, doing this traveling.
You are an amazing testimony for being consistent and taking the product everywhere you go. And she is very systematic and methodical about what product she takes with her, which is pretty much everything, right? And then has the other one sent because she can't carry all of it on the plane with her. And I am so excited for you that you've been able to stay so healthy. And really is such a big testament to these products. And yes, we met many years ago. And it's another thing that I love about Sunrider is we've formed so many wonderful friendships as we've been sharing with other people in our life. So thank you for being one of those friends and one of those people that has supported other people to be able to increase and enhance their health as well.
And thank you and Richard for bringing us in.
You are so welcome. So welcome. Does anyone have any questions for Mary? If anyone needs a good system of how to travel with Sunrider, she's the girl.
Well, also all the cleaning products and everything, I take all of those with me too, all of the hand cleansing gel and the B spray, vitamin B spray, and Vita spray it's called, and I just try to keep everything Sunrider. All my toiletries and everything is all Sunrider. So
Yeah.
and just feel it's worth it. I just don't want to mess with my body, mess with anything else going into my body if I can help it.
Right. I agree with you.
Issue or on my
Yes,
body.
yes. And I love that you brought up the hand cleansing gel, because I think that's an important product now too. I mean, with everyone being out in the world more now, or kids going back to school, and that hand cleansing gel, what do you love about that particular gel as opposed to what else is out there?
Well, I work in manufacturing plants, and they always have a gigantic container full of whatever. And when I put that on my hands, because I'm required to, then I put our hand cleansing gel on top of it, because otherwise my hands just dry out completely. Whereas with Sunrider's hand cleansing gel, then my hands stay moist, and they don't dry out. So that's a really big thing for me.
Wow.
Since I have to use so much cleansing gel for all the time.
Yeah, I agree with you. That is a fantastic cleansing gel that it really works. It's potent, but it feels great on your skin. And like you said, it moisturizes and it smells good, right? Yeah.
And it smells good. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, and it dries pretty quickly, so it's just, but it
very
just seeps into your skin for moisturizing. Awesome. Anyone have any other questions for Mary? Okay, I'm just going to bring up one last product. I know we've talked about a lot of products tonight, but I think going into fall, we all could really use these products in we call our toolbox, our nutritional toolbox. And another product that we love and we use is the Chinese golden seal root. So I just want to read to you what Sunrider says on their fact sheet about that. It's regarded as traditional Chinese medicine for healing benefits. This powerful herb soothes your mucous membranes and respiratory tract. Ultra enhanced for super effectiveness, our formula promotes healthier respiratory, immune, and circulatory systems, as well as the urinary tract health. The Chinese golden seal is a hardy perennial herb. Coccis chinesis contains the alkaloid compound berberine, which has potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. It also supports digestion, reproductive, urinary tract, liver, and gallbladder health. So, I mean, this to me is another fantastic product. People might have heard of golden seal root, at other health food stores, but this is very, very different from the Chinese golden seal root from Sunrider, because this is from a whole food, as opposed to the other ones that's really for temporary use. So the benefits of this, and why I'm bringing this up today, is because whether you have experiencing allergies or colds or flu, whatever that is, this helps to soothe the mucous membrane and the respiratory tract, as I mentioned. Promotes healthy immune and respiratory system, again, supports circulatory and urinary tract. So again, a fantastic product to keep in your fall toolbox. And we actually use this product every day. We don't wait. We use it for prevention, but then also if something does happen and we need it for recovery, we will add some extra golden seal root for recovery. But I just want to remind everyone again, this is also about resilience. We all want to go out in the world and feel strong and healthy. And we are so very grateful that we can use all of these products on a daily basis and not just wait until something happens. We just feel that Sunrider products help us to feel good from head to toe mind, body, spirit. I mean, they're easy, they're convenient, as Mary was saying, so, and easy to consume, and of course, they really work. Just want to remind everyone, or anyone that's new, Sunrider has over 400 products of healthy foods and beverages, herbal nutrition, beauty and body, home, and much more. And I guess Rich and I, we call it our Sunrider, our one-stop shopping, to fill in all the nutritional and personal needs in every room in our home. So if you were to come to our home, no matter what room you were in, you would find the Sunrider products there. You know, we sort of love just the convenience of the online shopping and special perks and bonuses, and that this truly is a company that is trustworthy. And if you share it with other people, you have an opportunity to really make a difference in other people's lives. They'll be looking, I mean, after just listening to Mark tonight, who's been using the product for only a month and is seeing such tremendous benefits, I bet whoever introduced Mark to Sunrider is feeling so happy that they spoke to Mark and introduced it. So if you have something that you've been experiencing that you think is really working, why not share this with somebody else? So we really encourage everyone to do that, make a difference in someone else's life. We really appreciate all of you for coming on this evening and for everyone's participation. For anyone who is on the Rising Stars, part of Bob and Donna's group, if you go to the Rising Stars Facebook page, you will see a link onto their call that's right after this call. Donna, I don't know if you're on or not, if there's anything you'd like to say. Okay, so she's not here right now. So does anyone have any other last words or questions or testimonies they have a desire to share?
I have
Okay,
a
then.
question.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
My question is, the number to call in for your next meeting, that number will be changing